Do you have an IRA? If so, then you need to be aware that the government has created a number of key changes related to these retirement accounts. So in today's video, I'm going to break down all of the important changes that are happening to IRAs in 2024. If you're someone that wants to optimize your retirement savings, comply with all the new rule changes, then this is absolutely the video that you're going to want to save and share. Without further ado, let's dive in. All right, guys, let's jump into change number 1. Contribution limit increases. You see, the first major change for IRAs in 2024 is that contribution limits have gone up. In 2023, those contribution limits for IRAs were $6,500 or $7,500 for people over the age of 50. Now the contribution limits have increased to $7,000 or $8,000 for people over the age of 50. So regardless of whether you're making standard contributions to your IRA or catch-up contributions at the end of the career as you approach retirement, you will now be able to contribute far more. You see, higher contribution limits hopefully means that you will have a larger account size when you get ready to start withdrawing in your retirement. And the larger that your IRA is when you retire, the easier it will be for you to maintain your current lifestyle after you stop working, and the easier it will be for you to keep up with all of your bills and live comfortably into your golden years. Now, change number 2 is 529 plan rollovers. Starting in 2024, if you have a 529 plan, you will also be allowed to roll over unused funds from your account to a Roth IRA without triggering any income taxes or penalties. So if you don't know what a 529 plan is, it's a tax-advantaged savings account designed specifically for education expenses. It's called a 529 plan because the rules for these accounts are laid out in Section 529 of the IRC code. These accounts are frequently used by parents and grandparents to help finance their children's or their grandchildren's college education. And many parents and grandparents open these accounts, they name their children or grandchildren as the beneficiaries, and they start depositing money into these accounts, and then they let them grow tax deferred over a period of years. Then when the time comes, they withdraw the money tax-free and spend it on educational costs, such as college tuition. However, even though these accounts are commonly opened by parents and grandparents, that doesn't mean that you can't open an account yourself. You can. In fact, if you're planning on going back to school in the future, you can open one of these accounts and name yourself as the beneficiary. But how do 529 plans actually work? With 529 plans, they work very similar to Roth IRAs and Roth 401ks. That is, after you open the 529 account, you fund it on an after-tax basis. This means that you are funding this account with after-tax dollars. Then, once the money is in the account, it is invested and it grows tax deferred. So you will not have to pay taxes on the account while it's growing. Then, when you're ready to withdraw money from the account, you can withdraw the money tax-free as long as you put the money you take out towards qualified education expenses. The old rules for 529 plans stipulated that any money that you took out of your 529 account and you did not spend on qualified education expenses would be subject to income taxes plus a 10% penalty. And for many people, this was a big problem with these accounts. The reason is because it meant that would mean a loss of money in that account that grew significantly over time that you can't directly use for anything other than education costs. Or if they had taken that money out of the account for one reason or another to pay for things, then they're also going to be taxed. But because qualified leftover funds in 529 accounts can now be rolled over into a Roth IRA without income taxes or penalties, these accounts now have a much higher level of flexibility. And now 529 accounts can not only help you save for education costs, they can help you boost your retirement saving at the exact same time. The reason why this change is so significant is because now people can feel more comfortable investing in 529 plans because they know that they're not going to lose 10% or 20% of the funds or more to taxes and penalties if they withdraw the money in the account and spend it on something other than education-related costs. Considering the fact that the cost of college in America has only gone up over time and it's more expensive than ever, having more flexibility for these tax-advantaged education savings accounts is a very good thing that can benefit many people. However, keep in mind that there are still some rules for rolling over leftover funds from 529 accounts to Roth IRA accounts that you need to comply with. Here are the rules. Number 1, the amount of money that you want to transfer must have been in the 529 account for at least 5 years before you can move it into a Roth IRA. Number 2, the 529 account must be at least 15 years old, and there must only have been one beneficiary for the account. Number 3, the amount of money that you can take out of your 529 plan and roll over to your Roth IRA is subject to the annual contribution limits for Roth IRAs. For 2024, those limits are $7,000 or $8,000 if you're over the age of 50. And number 4, finally, there is a $35,000 cap on the total amount of money that you can roll over from your 529 account to your Roth IRA. So yes, there's a limit on how much you'll be able to transfer from the 529 to the Roth, but you could still roll over $35,000. That $35,000 could turn into significantly more money over time. So if you want to roll over funds from your 529 plan to your Roth IRA, just make sure you follow all of the rules. Here's the third change, student loan matching for simple IRAs. This is a very exciting change, guys, so I want you to pay close attention to this one. If you have a simple IRA, your employer is now allowed to make matching contributions to this retirement account for qualified student loan payments that you're making throughout the year. So if you have student loans and a simple IRA, then this rule change will be a major blessing for you. If you're not familiar with simple IRAs, they're a type of retirement savings plan that a majority of small businesses with fewer than 100 employees are able to offer to their employees. They're called simple IRAs because simple stands for Savings Incentive Match Plan for Employees. Now, how do simple IRAs work? Simple IRAs are similar to traditional IRAs in that you can make free tax contributions to the account, which will reduce your taxable income. Then the account can grow tax deferred until you start making withdrawals during retirement, at which time you're going to pay the taxes on the money. However, one of the greatest advantages of simple IRAs is that they have higher contribution limits than traditional or Roth IRAs. In fact, in 2024, the contribution limits for simple IRAs are $16,000 for people under 50, and they go all the way up to $19,500 if you're over 50. So now, thanks to the new rule changes with the Secure 2.0 Act, you will be able to get matching contributions for your employer for qualified education expenses. Qualified education expenses are expenses that are related to enrollment or attendance at an eligible school. These expenses can include tuition, room and board, school supplies, and much more. But being able to get matching contributions for student loan payments can dramatically improve your ability to save for retirement if you're someone who has student loans. Change number 4 is mid-year switching from a simple IRA to a safe harbor 401k. Prior to 2024, employers were not allowed to replace simple IRAs with safe harbor 401k plans during the middle of the year. The administration on simple IRAs is among the least complex and easiest to carry out. However, oftentimes as companies grow, they want to change from offering simple IRAs to their employees to offering safe harbor 401ks. And there are several reasons why this might happen. One of the most common reasons is because 401ks have significantly higher contribution limits than simple IRAs. So as the company grows, more employees might start asking for 401ks due to the higher contribution limits, or the company might simply decide that it wants to offer 401ks to be more attractive to new employees. Before 2024, employers that wanted to switch their employees' simple IRAs to 401ks were only able to make this change at the beginning of the year. But now with the Secure 2.0 Act, employers do not have to wait until the start of the new year to switch from offering simple IRAs to offering company 401k plans. In fact, starting in 2024, employers are now able to switch offering simple IRAs to offering safe harbor 401ks at any point during the year. Now, this is great news for employers because it gives them a much higher level of flexibility for their retirement plan offerings. So if you happen to own a company and if you want to make the decision, you can switch from offering simple IRAs to 401k safe harbors. Then you will now be able to make this change right now at any point throughout the year without having to wait until the new year. If you are not familiar with a safe harbor 401k plan, it is a type of 401k plan that automatically passes the non-discrimination test when mandatory contributions and participant disclosure requirements are met. The automatic passing of these tests due to the structure of safe harbor 401ks makes it significantly easier to administer and maintain compared to traditional 401ks. With traditional 401ks, you have to pass complicated non-discrimination tests every single year that can present a little bit of an administrative challenge to a smaller business owner. Okay, that's all I got for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to work with my team, you can find a link in the description to book a tax strategy consultation to see how much we can save you. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more game-changing tax content. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.